respect to the Douro-Dummer project, it's we call it the Public Works and Fire Station project. It's effectively the consolidation of two essential services in the township, both public works as well as fire, from existing outdated buildings that are in need of repair, or in this case, the thought from council was to go towards a new facility. So it's the consolidation of those two buildings into a centralized location. So it's in the big city of Warsaw proper, if you're familiar with Douro-Dummer, just north, right adjacent to the existing Warsaw depot. That centralization better serves the entire municipality as opposed to a number of different outlying fire stations and depots. So the design is effectively complete at this point in time. It is eligible as such for construction and other types of funding, but it's also effectively ready for construction tendering at such time as council decides they'd like to proceed with that. The project was designed from the outset to follow the township's role in their community action plan, as well as the climate change action plan, which all of us are here to discuss today. So just a sense of the summary of the project. It's a large building. It's a 26,000 square foot building. It's effectively or technically two buildings side by side each. So it's split into two parts. The fire station side has to be post-disaster per code, but the works garage doesn't. So what do? You put them really close together. You'll see a parapet firewall like you would see, for example, in a single-story seniors home. You see the extended roof lines. It has one of those, but it allows us to do this within technically looking like one building, but two separate buildings. And that's the element of the combined. It's a significant cost reduction to not have to design the works garage side and post-disaster levels. It has shared administration, training, and meeting space. And I'll show you in the drawing in a subsequent slide. The municipality has taken a huge step in looking at targeting net zero energy. Not net zero emissions, but net zero energy. Okay? With this building, the township is designed for near net zero water. So there's a water conservation secondary element to this. And there's a third benefit. These are primary benefits. Is the property on which it's situated or proposed to be situated was a mined out aggregate. So it's reclaiming those lands, restoring them back to some beneficial use, but with an environmental focus as well. With respect to the net zero energy slant, some of you may be aware of this as a building element, or growing focus in buildings, certainly on the sustainability side. Effectively, what we're looking at is the energy consumed by a site. Now, it's the whole site, so not just the building, but other facilities and elements on the site, is less than or equal to what is generated. Okay? So it's not specific to a building, it's not held to the building, but it can be the larger facility or site overall. Okay? And the target is literally that the energy generated from the site is marginally more than what's consumed. Okay? So just a simple equation that even I can understand. Propane gas plus the base electricity load for the building has to be less than, in this case, biomass, and I'll speak to that in a second, plus solar PV generated from a 26,000 square foot roof. Why not? So the highlights of the project, and I'm not going to bore you with too many numbers, but it aligns directly with Douro-Dummer's commitment to their community action plan through the Greater Climate Change Action Plan. It centralizes municipal services, and I think a lot of folks are starting to look at that, especially if you're in a municipality similar to Douro-Dummer, Trent Lakes, where you have those large geographical areas with minimal access and roads. We are having a concerted effort on reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So both older buildings, we're looking at replacing both the Warsaw Works Garage, as you saw in the previous drawing, but also the Warsaw Fire Station with this project. So those two get shut down and we open a new one. Much different, following both goals in the Climate Change Action Plan for the Greater Peterborough Area, but also the Climate Change Action Plan for the province. And I'm sure most of you are familiar with the Greenhouse Gas Challenge Fund. It's eligible for those programs. We've applied for that. We've also applied for feasibility study funding through FCM. FCM only funds projects that are seeking net zero energy. I mentioned off the top the secondary environmental benefits with the project. Again, water conservation, land, waste diversion, and with land we have the reclamation component with the previously mined out area. And then the other key thing that's important for a project like this is that there's replication potential. So we're here to share ideas and provide a sense of successes and some challenges. This has a significant opportunity for replication potential. Some of the challenges for any project like this, the capital versus operating cost. So with all due respect to members of council here today, it's difficult to look at a 60-year lifespan of building. Okay? Buildings are being designed for at least 40 to 60 years now, especially these kind of facilities. It's difficult to quantify that within a term or two of council. Okay? So the capital costs on these kind of projects can be significantly higher. Okay? 10, 20, 30% more. But the operating costs over the lifetime of that building can be 50% less. The biomass element, it's important to understand there's different perspectives on what biomass is. When you burn wood, you have a rapid release of carbon. At the same time, wood sequesters carbon over a longer time. Funding opportunities and eligibility, I'm sure most of us are aware there have been little to no support for new buildings or energy efficient buildings from the province or the feds forever, it seems. And then general site constraints, and that applies to any project. In this case, we had very close to an existing county road, we're close to the river. We had to implement a significant stormwater management facility for this particular project because effectively we're putting the building in the middle of an existing stormwater ditch, effectively. So those things come into play as well.